Hello, I am Archivist Saren, and welcome to my study. And today, we are back to Phantom Project. Now, last time, I wasn't able to play it very long. I kind of got freaked out, and then ran away very quickly from my computer. Right as the stream ended, I just sprinted out, just got out of here. Yeah, it's really creepy. Like, incredibly so. The atmosphere is pretty great. I mean, nothing's even happened yet. It's just... I got freaked out by literally nothing happening just yet. So, yeah. Atmosphere, probably about 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10 thus far. But we're gonna get back into it, and I'm pretty sure at some point soon, either the puzzles are gonna kill me, because my brain is just gonna explode, or the monsters that I know exist somewhere near are gonna show up. So let's get back into it, I guess. I think we're in the safe room right now, which is the lobby, or at the very least, it's the room that is in like a separate loading area and also saved when I walked in here. So I assume it's the safe room. But we'll get a little animation whenever we continue. And here we are. That's actually really cool. And actually, are we able to access, since we used the... No, I don't think so. Yeah, no. I mean, it looks like there's ground there. It looks like it's reflecting on something, but it doesn't let me use the elevator from here. That is unfortunate. What I'm mostly scared of... Yeah, I can't use that door. What I'm mostly scared of is that we're going to have to use the elevators in order to... If only I had the key. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing that I have subtitles on, because when she talks, she doesn't actually say anything. Or maybe she does, and it's just incredibly quiet. I do have voices turned up to 100%, so... If she is saying anything, it's about as loud as it'll ever be. But we still haven't seen any of the monsters just yet. I'm expecting them to show up any moment, but as of now, we're fine. So let's see, were we able to go in here? Nope, doesn't even pop anything up. That's great. Think there's gonna be anything under these tables? There's that radio noise again. Are we getting haunted by, what's his name? Alastor. Because those definitely sound like radio demon type noises. The wind's howling. Alright, so we've already been down here pretty extensively. Let's head on upstairs. Ooh, bins. Anything around these that I can interact with? No. Alright, well, good for us. Better not look at me, you dang statue. Well, we're doing fine. We have some items here. Okay, not that many items. I have my candle and my matches, of course. But then there was also the plug-in that I'd gotten that I already used somewhere on the first floor. I don't remember where it was exactly. To plug in like a VCR player or something. I don't even know. VCR, DVD player. I think it had tapes. I don't even know. But it was something. Then we have this, which of course, recap. Bang on, key, cast a shadow, behind the scenes. That's the hint we have for for this puzzle. Not sure what any of that means, but as I said, we got one plug, so I guess we'll just keep trying to open things and See what happens. This opened. Oh, because it's one of the empty rooms. Okay, let me actually look here. Yeah, 207's empty. I guess maybe all the empty room, all the rooms that don't have people in them can be opened. But I guess we should probably try just all the rooms, right? Which is gonna be tough because right now we're at 207, which is right there. So I guess we'll go like 207 to 210, and then we've already been to 2. No, we haven't been to 211. We were at 311. So we'll try 211, 208, 212, 209, and go to the top row. Just so we do this in an orderly fashion. Try all the rooms, see if there's anything else. Because yeah, it's not really... Alright. It's not really a very organized way to go about it, but just trying every room is a valid way to explore. See if any of these bad boys open up for us, other than the empty rooms. I'm surprised this candle is lasting so long. I mean, candles last a long time, but kind of ridiculous. I mean, I have plenty of matches, but only the one... Oh, empty room. Alright. Nothing's in here either. Okay, we'll get back to... We still have this room to check in the middle here. I swear I hear those noises a lot. I don't know if that actually means anything, or if those are just random noises, or ambiance's sake. Because, like, I hear breathing, which might just be her breathing. I hear creaking all over the place. All over there. I hear... nothing. I hear the radio noises, whatever those are. Alright, empty room as well. Nothing in here. Yeah, I'm starting to think that just trying every room isn't gonna... it isn't really gonna bear much fruit now, is it? But yeah, I'm gonna try to play more than an hour this time. But I can't make any promises. Because, I mean, I only lasted about an hour when it was just ambiance last time. If things start to come and attack me, and there are more jump scares and stuff, I don't know if my nerves are gonna survive more than an hour, honestly. I have fragile nerves, you know? Horror movies, I can do perfectly fine for an extended period of time, but horror games, no. Not at all. So we've done... Ooh! Idea. I never really thought about this, but... No. Because it just says the key actor. I thought maybe it had a name, or a piece of a name. And this is, you know, from Francesca. So maybe she's on this list? No, I don't see any names similar to that. Myself. But I guess we still have all the 30-something rooms to check out. If we want to go up another floor for that. Just verify that every one of these rooms has nothing in it. Because, I mean, in the end, process of elimination is a pretty important thing in these puzzle games, you know. Sometimes you just need to verify that there's not going to be anything in any of these other rooms so that you don't wonder about it later, you know? Because, like, if I get to a later puzzle and I figure out that I was just supposed to go into one of these dormitory rooms and I just never did, I'd feel pretty stupid. You know, it's a lot better just to try it all, get it out of the way. Alright, same thing, I guess. Do the outer rooms, inner rooms on both sides. Of course, one of these rooms we've already been in, because that was the answer to the earlier puzzle. I think it's this next one. Is it? Nope. Luckily, we're on the other side. We don't have to deal with that room right now. Because that room was freaky. This on the opposite side from that room, and it's empty. Good. Maybe. I've seen nothing. Nothing on the walls either. What do you think happens if I go back into 311? Because that room, we saw something in the mirror, which I hate. That was horrible. And then the door closed behind us after we left, which I also hate, and it was also horrible. I swear those are starting to sound like footsteps instead of just creakings. Which is funny because until I make, like, there's a part of my brain that tells me, oh, until you make some real progress, they're not going to throw a monster at you. Obviously, because it's a game. There has to be some, like, trigger that will make it so that it starts doing something. Games don't just do something completely randomly. Nothing. Nothing. There's a light switch, but I think that's normal. So it's like, realistic. Oh, this door's open again. I heard it close behind me. Let's check out the room again. Check out the mirror again. Hello? Are you still here? No? Just me. Okay, then. Guess we're all alone. Not even the ghosts want to keep me company anymore. 'Tis a shame. Alright, nothing in there. But, yeah, as I was saying, realistically, until I make progress, the game won't throw anything new or scary at me. Because, obviously, there has to be some trigger to that kind of a change happening in the game. Like, I could probably stand around for 10 hours and nothing would actually change, because I never triggered it to. But, yeah. My brain still doesn't trust that. It's still like, well, what if it does? What if it changes everything? What if it's just like, this loser's been walking around for 10 hours, is lost. Let's throw something in to just obliterate their butthole. Because we don't care. We don't care if you're lost. We'll make the situation infinitely worse for you. That's what my brain is saying to do. Alright, well that's all the rooms. You know, 206 through 312. So that leaves us with other things, I guess. Anywhere that isn't the dorms. Which I guess is more of the first floor, if there's anything there I haven't explored. Or anywhere, any other rooms it lets me go into. There's still the movie room. I might go back there just to triple check that I can't, like, open the door to leave the room. Or something. Man, but this house settles a lot. It really, really likes to settle. I mean, it's an old house, so understandable. Have I been down here before? I don't really recognize this place, but to be fair, everywhere kind of looks about the same. It's very dark. Everything just looks like darkness and death. And I really wish this candle was just a bit brighter. Oh, here's the elevator. Alright. Alright, can I peek? Kind of nothing. There's a window in there. But other than that, yeah, nothing. Alright, well, let's do another loop around. Can we sprint? Is that gonna... We actually run pretty decently. Which is good. But actually, no, that's bad. That is horrible. I was gonna say it's a good thing that we can run decently fast, because then we can run away from enemies. Then I figured, oh, well, if we can run from enemies, that means we have to. Like, they're gonna modulate the enemy's speed to how fast I can run. So that's not good. That's not good at all. That's exactly bad. Alright, bathroom. I don't think it let me, yeah, doesn't let me in there. But this is the room with the crawly puzzle. And this leads us up to the cinema room, or whatever that place was. So we'll head back that way and see if there's anything else in this room that we can do. If not, I mean, we've thoroughly explored this floor, right? I think we have. Can't take any markers. But the ambiance itself is getting to me a little bit less than it was yesterday. At least for now. Which is good. It means I'm kind of getting used to being in the darkness and the terrifying loneliness. You think it'll let us play our mixtape now? I don't know why it would, but... Try open this again. Nope. Try peeking this again. Nope. Absolutely nada. So that's still all blocked off. Tis empty. Yes. We already have the plug. Alright. I think I did already do everything we're supposed to do here. But it was important to double check. Just make sure that... I could go and look over all these chairs in case there's just something sitting on a chair somewhere. But if they did that, I'd be mad. I'm still gonna check if they did that. But if they did... Because that is like... I mean, there's just so many chairs you wouldn't think to check them all. Unless you're me and you're paranoid that you're missing something that might be integral to the puzzles. But after this, we can say we have thoroughly checked this entire room and found nothing. Well, nothing on the second sweep. First sweep, we got the plug. Let's see, there's this screen here. Once again, we're going to go behind the screen and make sure. Can we go up onto this? Charge. Nope. Nothing back there as far as I can see. Just triple checking that everything is hunky-dory. Because I still feel like the hint that it gave was about this place. But no matter what I look at, nothing actually, you know, comes up as being a thing I can interact with. So that place is a complete dead end. I still can't go up there. Can I climb? Spacebar just looks behind me like that, so. Alright, and since I already did the puzzle in this room, I don't think I need to worry about figuring the rest of this out. Like, doing anything else in this room. Though I probably should check. Just because I did move a lot of the boxes, and then I didn't... I just kind of went straight through. I didn't check if moving the boxes, like, unearthed something. You know, like maybe we've dug too deep into this storage room and unearthed a Balrog. There's a prompt there to grab that, but we don't want to move these out of position again. Probably. Let's just check back here at these tables. Nope, no prompts. Don't see nothing. Everything looks to be useless. So let's get back out there and I guess go to the first floor. Because we still have the TV that isn't doing anything for some reason. I do not like these noises. And I think this is... Yeah, can't even interact with that because that's the door that's blocked to that other room. Man. My eyes just play tricks on me so much in this darkness. I've kind of started to... You know, at the start, I had been assuming that everything I saw that my brain was tricking me with was there. And at this point, I've moved to the other assumption, which is I assume they're not there. You know? Which is equally dangerous, but a lot less scary. Because there, I thought the lit up banister was like something hiding around the corner to kill me. But my brain was like, nah, it can't be it. It's nothing. Just assume it's safe first, and then you'll never be scared until you're dead. And if you're dead, at least you're not scared. Am I right? Hello, clock. I saw you were here. I never really went up to you before. I can't interact with you. Coat hanger. Tea and crumpets. Oh, I can interact with crumpets. Wish I had an entire jar. I have a cookie. Gimme. Sweet. Alright. I know it did say, like, there was an eating system. So I guess once I get real spooked, I can eat a cookie and it'll bring me back to my senses. So, this is still not doing anything. I can't interact with the TV. There's the plug down there, but I don't want to unplug it. Of course. Do we need a second plug for the TV? Clonk. Either play, then watch. Ah. We've been duped. We need to take the plug. Okay. We had to come down here, plug it in, and then we could eject the thing because it had power. And then we had to unplug it, take the tape, and bring them back to the sound player in the movie room. Right? Now, because now I can go plug that one in and actually play the tape, because it said I'd rather play than watch. So the TV wasn't working. We've made progress. Oh no. Oh goodness. What have I done? I could have just stayed dumb. I could have just not. Now things are gonna happen. And then we're gonna die. Why do I have to be smart? Curse my brain cells. Alright. Let's get dead. You know what they say. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And what does kill you at least means you don't have to play anymore. You know? That's what they say. That's the exact quote. I mean, it's not that I want to stop playing. Obviously, I'm enjoying the game as much as you can while absolutely terrified out of your wits. But yeah, I'm just saying. And really, as I said before, once we find a threat that will kill us, I'll probably be a lot less scared. Just it seems weird, it seems roundabout logic, but if it's just like essentially if I can get angry at it, I won't be scared at it. You know? It's like who the heck would be scared of a Dark Souls boss after the first time they fought it? Because, you know, the first time you fight it, it's like, oh, this is terrifying, I don't know the moves. But after that, you're just like, this stupid freaking boss and he just keeps killing me. I just gotta keep doing it over and over. You know? So it's the exact same way with this. You know, I just need to be upset at it so that I'm not. Yeah, I think I need to be on the other side. If it kills me and I get upset at it, then it's not as scary anymore, right? And I can just work on figuring out the pattern and getting past it with game mechanics instead of just bathing in the ambiance and being freaked out 24/7. You know, I say that, but I know that the second that an actual threat pops up, my stress levels are going to go through the roof. Like, absolutely to the top. Because it's like it's it's like it builds up. And all this time, I may be scared of the ambiance on its own. I don't like that. Uh, yeah, let me just pause while I do this. Uh, I might be scared of the ambiance on its own, but it's almost like it keeps building up a multiplier that never's cashing in. And eventually, the first time that actual threat comes after me, it's gonna cash in all the bonus points, all the multipliers that the ambiance has been setting up, and it is going to hit a freaking high score on my stress levels. So, after that has subsided, we'll probably be fine because we'll know what we're dealing with. But before that, in the initial like shock of what happens, I am going to be horrified and dead inside, and I'm going to hate every second of it. Why do I even want to play this tape? What could this tape possibly have on it? I mean, I guess maybe because in this it's saying like talking about something, a movie, meaning this might be that movie, and thus playing that movie, even just the audio, might give me hints as to where I'm supposed to be, and what I'm supposed to do. So, who knows? Unless this doesn't just do audio. It's empty like my belly. Alright, and don't do that. Yeah, right. Here's a power socket. Alright, plug that in. I hate this already. It's on the blink, I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid. It's all part of a test.
Okay. Hi.
Now, before you were blindfolded, my assistant gave you a tour and showed you the 4 rooms. What can you tell me about the 4 rooms?
The rooms are empty.
1961,
Do
huh?
you know which room you're in?
No, Doctor.
But if you had to guess, which room would it be?
211?
No. Can you try again?
305?
Try again.
310?
You're in 204.
The last one she guessed. Oh,
Doctor?
Calm down. I'm right here.
I must have slipped.
Are you hurt?
No, Doctor. I think I'm okay.
Do you remember which room you're in?
204.
204. Right. But what if I lied to you?
yeah, what if?
What if you're
What
not
if?
in 204?
I don't understand.
If we keep your blindfold on, can you find out where you are?
I'm not sure.
What about using sound? Think of bats. They can scream at a high frequency to pinpoint their location and find their prey in the dark.
But humans
In
can't
your
do that.
case, you're not a bat.
Yeah.
My assistant installed a speaker in each room to
Mm.
produce a distinct sound.
Oh.
Instructed.
Oh. That's what those sounds are.
On in 3,
I think.
2, 1.
Alright then. I hated that. I hated all of that. Nay. Nay, I say. So, what did that get me? Like realistically, what physical item do I now possess that I did not before scarring my, frontal lobe with such horrifying, things? Like, I'm pretty sure I just came away from that with trauma. And that's it. It didn't give me a hint. It didn't give me... I mean, I guess it told me about the sounds, kind of. There's speakers in the rooms, and that's why I keep hearing all these radio noises. But I don't even know. I don't know. It is really confusing. Like, what does this get me exactly? Why did I do this? Can I open this door now? Oh, okay, that light is just flickering. Nope. Door is still closed. So what does this do for me? What does this do for me at all? Is there now some... Oh, but now this light is on. So I can go behind the screen. Let's see. Something. Ah, indeed. Give me the key. About there, I wasn't even all that scared. I'm just like, just give me the dang key. I worked hard for this. Come on. 'Twas not a stroll finding this. No, it was not. I should call for help. Why should I call for help? Where am I? Go. Okay. You guys don't know this. You don't know this at all. But for me, this is horrifying because it's just like it's like a 4D game because as I'm sitting here, I still have my controller plugged in. So, and it's over there on the other side of my table, so it doesn't, it's rumbling, doesn't make noise in the mic. But even if the mic doesn't pick it up, I'm still sitting here with my hands on the mouse and keyboard and feeling a slight rumbling every time the lightning, like the thunder strikes. So I'm like tactilely feeling the ambiance of the game, and it is freaking me out, man. I hate that. Alright. Now, also the question is, should I relight my candle? Because it seems to go out every time I get a jump scare. Thus far, at least. But if I'm now trying to avoid an enemy, is it smart to have my position all lit up? We're gonna try it. And I think it just saved, so. That was a loud match. I feel that. I don't like it. Luckily, I knew of that back way to, like, crawl under the what's it? So what is even the plan now? Where's the office? Because I think it said it was an office key. I think that might be one of the rooms on the first floor. That's where I was, like, heading to. But is that right? Because I don't remember where I saw office. Because there were a lot of doors that I just couldn't open, and they had a little plaque on them that said what they are. I don't have, like, a map or anything. So I just kind of have to remember and hope. And normally this would be fine. But now I'm assuming something's coming to try and kill me. So I don't fancy a stroll through the whole map just trying to find a door with a specific plaque on it, you know? Unless, no. What if the office is the room in the lobby where my character was saying, you know, if only I had a key? Maybe it's that door, because I don't remember what that door said on it. That's behind me. Is it behind me? Am I running into it? What? Hi. Huh? I'm not dead. You just scream at me and leave. Okay. Are you in front of me or behind me? In front of me, evidently. Okay, then.
If we keep your blindfolds on, can you find out where you are?
I really like the respawn system, though. With when you save and reload and apparently die and respawn.
Think of bats. They can scream at a high frequency to pinpoint their location and find their prey in the dark. In your case, since you're not a bat, my assistant installed a speaker in each room that produces a distinct sound. I believe you've been instructed.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. I'm turning the speakers on in 3.
So I assume I have the key because my light is off. Yep, I have the key. Office key. 'Twas not a stroll. I mean, it was a stroll up until now. Yeah. it was fine. Everything was hunky-dory. And now look at us. Oh, so I assume the reason why it didn't kill me the first time, I forgot, but it said over here that with fear, you have a fear limit and a fear amount, and I guess I got attacked too quickly after the last one, so my fear amount didn't go down enough to survive another attack. So I need to avoid getting hit too often in order to do that. But the issue is, at least on those stairs, I couldn't tell if the sounds I was hearing was like below me and behind me, thus on the next floor down, or if it was just behind me, thus on the floor I was coming from. You know, so it was impossible for me to tell if it was going to be coming from the front or the back, so I didn't know which direction to run. And that just kind of ended with me running into it every time, because I think the first time it was behind me, and the second time it was in front of me. So the first time I hesitated, and it got me, and the second time I was like, all right, it's behind me, I know this trick, and then I ran right into it. So I did not know this trick. But it could be, question mark, that because they were talking about bats and sounds, that maybe this thing is deaf, or not deaf, blind, only has hearing, the exact opposite of what I said. And maybe if I stand still, it can't find me. Maybe. That is one probably horrible theory that I have. Oh, and did it use up? No, I don't think it used up my matches. I think it took me straight back to the save point, which was after I got the key, but, you know, it still put me in a different position. So that's interesting. Also, I did hear a door. Next time I die, if I die again, I should verify if I can open that door, or if that door is open, so I don't have to go through this whole debacle. Because I did hear that door open, and at first, I thought that door was opening because something was coming to kill me. But since I respawn next to that door, it might be opening that specifically so I don't have to wander through this darkness and I can get straight out to the hallway and to the stairs. Maybe. But once we get out to the main hallway, we should be able to see a bit better. You get down that ladder that you can't see, and that we can't see, and it looks like you're just climbing on nothingness. Okay, well, listen, and when I hear it, I'll stop moving. Let's see if that does it. Probably not. We're probably just gonna die. But we need to test these things. I'm not dead yet. Continuing the test. Hello, Governor. How are you today? Now this is a predicament. Because one of you is screaming downstairs, and the other one of you is laughing behind me. I thought there was only one. So, this complicates things. Hopefully it doesn't change the gimmick. Because thus far we're surviving with just the laughy lady. But we'll see. Okay. I think we have two enemies. That's my assumption here. Because
I'm not sure.
man, this ramped up like from 0 to 10,003 in like 2 seconds. So I assume we have two distinct enemies that are coming after me right now. One of them is a mobile enemy that walks around and screams a lot, trying to kill me. And it screams a lot, meaning I can hear it coming, and I can leave. The other one is the little laughy lady, and I think that one I need to not move, or it will kill me. So one of them I need to run from, the other one I need to not run from, or at the very least, I might be able to move with the laughy lady there. I don't know. I should probably test it just to be sure. But I don't know. It appears next to me and then it laughs, and if I didn't move, as we did in that test, it didn't kill me. The screamy one killed me. But Laffy Lady didn't when I didn't move. So we'll try having Laffy Lady appear again and move and see if she does anything. Maybe she's just there to creep you out, or maybe her laughing is just to, you know, attract the actual enemy that's going to come kill you to your position. I don't know. I don't know these things. We got to do more tests. So we're going to try to have Laffy Lady attack us and see if it's the movement that does that. Additionally, since it doesn't actually use up a match if we die, we're going to light this and see if this door over here is open. It is. Okay, so this gets us straight out to the stairs instead of us having to climb through everything, which is a plus. Alright, Laffy Lady, show up. That's Screamy Lady. That's Screamy Lady. We're gonna go to the other stairs. Screamy Lady's over there. Do I have a run meter, you think? She's... Hi, Laffy Lady. Are you gonna kill me if I keep walking? Yes. But you don't kill me immediately. You raise my fear, but you don't insta-kill like Screamy Lady did. Hello, Governor. Want some tea and crumpets? I have a cookie. So we're gonna try another floor here. If we hear Screamy Lady, we run to the other stairwell. Why is my... Oh, my light goes out. Oh. Our light goes out if we get jump scared. That's why I couldn't see nothing. Okay, where am I? So we're gonna go to the other... Alright. Now, every time I was running, random things happened that killed us. So I think we only should run... There's a lot of moving pieces already. I'm used to games like introducing things one at a time, and this doesn't. This was like nothing for a while. And then, immediately, it threw like... as far as I can tell, now there's 3 threats. One of them is Laffy Lady. She appears every so often, usually around the stairs, it would seem. And she laughs, and you need to not move while she's laughing until she disappears, at which point you can move again. Second threat, Screamy Lady. She's always sitting somewhere around one of the stairs, and if you hear her, you need to not go down those stairs and find a different way down, which is usually the other staircase, I assume. Third threat would be I guess, the ones that punish you for running. Because every time I ran, one of those things appeared and came and killed me. So, I don't know what that was all about, but I need to, in essence, I need to not move, and also move really fast, but also not run. Kind of all at the same time. So that'll be easy, you know? That sounds totally doable. Alright, and also if we get jump scared by anything, our light goes out. And then we can't see nothing. So... Laffy Lady? So I'm going to try just calmly walking away from that. I heard laughing. Not the same laughing. Give it stop now. I doubt we can just use the elevator. Laughing. Yeah, and you know, it's funny. Earlier, as I was saying earlier, I had like a sinking feeling in my everything. Essentially the whole time. And now that threats are actually appearing on screen, I am more on edge to some degree. Not on edge. I'm more stressed in more of like a realistic way. Because earlier I was stressed for no good reason. I was just stressed because the ambiance was getting to me real bad. But now I'm stressed. I think I stood too close. Screamy ladies down there. And we walk calmly past these rooms. Nope. Oh, so she's invisible. Hmm.
If we keep your blindfold on, can you find out where you are?
So, walking calmly past the rooms
I'm not sure.
doesn't do it.
What about using sound? Think of
Oh
bats.
gosh, I just got hit by a huge wave of, like the deja vu thing, where you get like those waves of deja vu. I remember distinctly talking about a dream that I had, kind of like this game, at some point way in the past, where it was it was something to do with walking past the doors. I don't know. It's gone now, but you know that big wave of deja vu you get randomly. It's weird.
Location and find their prey in the dark. In your case, since you're not a bat, my assistant is
So
called Creepier in each room.
this is what's confusing about this though, is do we do we run? Do we not run? Do we just not go past that specific door? Is this trial and error in that I need to find a route through the map that doesn't kill me or something? Because it seems that the first, okay, from my mental map as far as I have made it now, we're trying to get to the first floor in the lobby in the office, right? So we are on the fourth floor, lucky us, and if we go straight out and to that stairway, there always seems to be the screamy lady down those stairs. And then we always go back and to the other stairway where we can go down one floor. But if we try to go down another floor, screamy lady is there. If we try to go back and go through the rooms area, it kills us because the first room on the right has one of the ladies in it. So, what about the elevator? I don't know if you saw, it didn't actually make any sound, so you may have not been looking when it happened, but anytime I go to that second floor, the first floor lower than where I am, so I guess it would be the third floor, you actually see someone in the elevator going down. So it's occupado. I don't think I can get into it, and that would be far too easy. So I think we're just gonna have to avoid Laffy Lady, get down to the second floor, and let me look at this. Because we get this here. This is... I don't know why. My brain immediately just pulled up a line from the Ghost Stories dub, where a guy's pointing at the map and is like, all right, you're here, and you're an idiot. Like, I don't know why that just came to mind. Anyways, I believe we go down... It's hard to tell which side is which on this from where we are, but let's just say we're coming in from the left of floor 3. I can't really show my mouse on this screen because it doesn't exist, but say there's 309 there. If we're walking from the left, then the enemy comes out of 309. So what we need to do is, I guess, if we go in through the stairs, and there's the elevator at the bottom there, then I'll need to either go left or right, probably left, because the enemy comes from the room on the right. We'll head left and up to the top there and head across and see if we can skirt around, 306, 305, and 304 to get around that and to the other stairwell. Because I assume one of the stairwells is always going to be blocked off. So that's why when we first come out on the 4th floor, one of the stairways is not available because of Screamy Lady and we have to go to the other one. That's to teach us that you can't just go down twice on the same stairs. You'll need to cross through the dorms area and figure out where the enemies are first. And we'll try to go slow and listen, because I think they only come out if we end up walking too close to the door. So if we can get past these rooms or towards these rooms, because we might need to go left initially and go up to 306 and past there, but maybe there'll be another one in 305 and we'll need to come back down and bypass it by going past 302, or maybe even straight down past 311. We'll see. I mean, it does specifically say here, be clever and find the solution, or be persistent and succeed through trial and error. So either we figure out the pattern, or we just do it enough times that we figure out where the enemies are and where they're not. Wait, actually, Brain Blast. Dang it. Brain is not blasting. Okay. I was thinking, what if it's that all the empty rooms are the ones that the enemies come out of, but 309 isn't an empty room. And if we were coming in from the other side, which we might be, then it would be 301, which is also not an empty room. But maybe it's the opposite, in that the empty rooms are the only safe ones. But that wouldn't make any sense, because there's no path that would take you only past safe rooms then. So, yeah. But we'll try it. We'll go again. And just see if we can do it. Because here, we don't want to go for the first stairwell. We'll go straight for the second stairwell. And we'll try to make sure Laffy Lady doesn't kill us. We'll also not... Okay, take a few steps away and then wait. Okay. Because when she was right on top of us, and she kept laughing, she killed us. So I think we need to be a few steps away, a good distance, and then just leave it alone until she goes away. Interesting. These stairs should be safe. Yes. Hello, lady. Okay, but these stairs are not safe again. We need to go through somewhere. So here we are. Yep, and you see there's the elevator. There's Laffy Lady. So here we are, somewhere at this point. Let me actually see if I can see a room number, just so we can... Yeah, I forgot. I opened the inventory, so I forgot she was there. And I moved. But that does verify even better. Cookie. Scrummy. Absolutely delectable within my tumbly. Yes. Let's try going this way. Well, we lived longer going this way so far. Let me see if this door has a door number. Here we go. There's definitely something in that one. Let's see if we can hug this side. Definitely something in that one, too. How about this way? This door's already open. Wait, is this one of the ones that is unoccupied? 12. It is. Okay, so this is one of the unoccupied. Ooh, actually, no. Another brain blast. If we come in and head right, we'll go past 312, which is unoccupied. Then we head straight up, we'll go past 305, that's unoccupied. And then straight down again, we'll go past 310, that's unoccupied. We just had to see one empty room first to see what the pattern is. I think the empty rooms are safe. But we need to slowly make our way between all the occupied rooms. Man, I can still feel the rumbling of that controller. This should be unoccupied, yep. Unoccupado. This is pretty cool, honestly, thus far. I mean, I honestly was more scared when there weren't enemies, but it's still, you know, the enemies are implemented in such a way that they each have like a different specific gimmick to them, and trying to kind of juggle the different gimmicks makes it really interesting, and I like that. Alright, now if my theory holds up, we should be able to go this way and get to the stairs and not have the screamy lady on these stairs. Yes. I assume we have to do the same thing again. Go back through the dorms. No laughy lady. Let's just see. We try to go down here. Yep. So definitely, there's a screamy lady down those stairs. So we need to go to the other side, head down the other stairs. So now we're in 2. And I assume we're coming from the other direction now, so we're going to be seeing 201. So let's just see here. But this is a completely different layout now. Empty rooms are 205, 207, and 209. So we'll need to come out and hug the left wall there to get past 207. Or the right wall if we're coming from the other way to get to 209. So we'll need to go past 207 or 209, head up to 205, and then back down. So this one actually seems overall simpler if it's the same gimmick. Let's head in here. Alright, so this is 201 here. So yeah, on our left is 207, so we'll head to that. Okay, and if 207's on our left, that means that we need to turn right past 201 to get to 205. We'll let her calm down first. Hello? Hi. So we did survive that. Let's just continue with our plan. I don't know what that one's gimmick is exactly. This should be the empty one, 205. Yep. That one has a delay to it, and we can see it coming. This might be the one we need to run past if we want to not get hit by it. So now we're getting close to the middle of the room here. We should be coming down. 203 will be on our left, so we need to hug the far end of 209. Can't see nothing. Okay, we're already at the far end with 209. Let's just run for the stairs. See if we can outrun her. Keep going. Come on. Where's the door? I went the wrong way. Well, screw me. So, plan. We did get down. Oh, yeah, I think we got to the first floor. We just need to remember where on the first floor we came in. Where is the door? But yeah, that third threat, there's so much to keep track of. No, that's a fourth threat. Okay. First threat, Laughy Lady. Don't move, don't be too close. Second threat, Screamy Lady. She sits at the bottom of the stairs to stop you from going down too many times in a row. You always need to alternate staircases. Third threat, Room Lady. You don't want to go too close to the doors or run past them, because she will catch you. Fourth threat, Hall Monitor Lady. The one that will scream for a while and then come kill you. And you can actually outrun her to some degree. And she won't kill you instantly. It seemed 3 hits and I was out, so we just need to keep all of those in mind. Or maybe she just always kills you if she catches you on the first floor. Thus, you need to know where you're going once you get down there, which I don't. I have no freaking clue. I thought, if I remember correctly, I thought that it was from the lobby. You came out and then you were immediately right next to the stairs, you know? And then if you head to the stairs and then right, there was that creepy hallway that I didn't want to go down earlier. But I don't know exactly where. It might be that the door is a little bit forward from the stairs and on the right, because I think left is another hallway. I tried just going straight, because that's where I thought it was, and that was just the elevator. So I'll try heading forward and right, and see if there's a door on the wall there. But we got real close. I think we know the gimmicks now. Oh, let's light this bad boy and get going. So we don't go to those stairs.
Yes, Doctor.
Go to the other side.
I'm turning the speakers on. In 3, 2, 1.
There'll be Laughy Lady somewhere else. I'm not looking at you. Well, I am looking at you, but I'm not. I'm just, you know, I'm a woman, so I got eyes in the back of my head. I'm just watching you with those. You know, it's weird, the thing with like, oh, women have eyes in the back of their head, but women always have the most hair. So how does that work, exactly? It's like, wouldn't the hair cover up the eyes? I'm still feeling the rumblies. My tummy was making the rumblies that only hands could satisfy. Okay. So we come in here. Laughy Lady strikes again. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, we need to go right past this room. And then left around to the other one, and then right around to the other one, and then left back to the middle. Yep. Alright, but this hallway shouldn't be a big issue because there's no hall monitor, you know? But now that we know where we're going on the second floor to go past all the other rooms, we might be able to just sneak past or sprint past the hall monitor. And hopefully none of the room ladies will kill us. I wonder how long the game is. Like, is this the end once we get to the office? Do I win? I don't know. I honestly have no real frame of reference as to how long the game is going to be. If this is just kind of the end here, or if it's... Because thus far, it's very fleshed out. Even the enemies are very well put together. So if this is an early access game, or, you know, just an incomplete game, then I'd be pretty surprised if it had too much more to it, you know? Alright, to the hall monitor level. I wonder how we can avoid the hall monitor. Maybe it was because I had my light on? Alright, well, let's just triple check the route here again. We're coming out, and I think we want to go left, right, left. Yeah, so we're hanging left to go past 207, then right to go past 205, then hang left to go past 209, and then down the stairs, just like last time. Alright. Give you the old ring around the rosy, pockets full of screw you. My patented move. Okay. But we survived that one. Let's just go calmly and quietly into the night and hope that we've made it. Now, where the heck is the door? Hi, statue. Are you looking at me now? Forefathers, one and all, bear witness. Oh, yeah, it is on the right here, I think. Nope. That's not the right door. Hi. Why'd you show up right as I was trying to open my thing? So where the heck is the door to the room? Let me turn on my light. Might be a horrible idea, but where is the door to the room? Is this the same statue? No, it must be on the other side. The other side. That's what was confusing me so much. Calmly, collectedly, enter. Did I win? Yes, hello, who is it? Who is it? Candygram. I'm not gonna help you. Ah. At last in this nightmare. That's a little girl's voice, by the way. Yeah. And I want to wake up. But I'm afraid I'll wake up. Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a, and find myself in the same nightmare. Okay, that makes more sense. I just had to wait for the next line. Is there a future for me? Yeah, I think that's what anyone working like a 9 to 5 is thinking. Or was there no hope to begin with? Yeah, that's just kind of adult simulator right there. It's just, if I go to sleep, I'll just wake up in the same nightmare tomorrow, and then is there any hope for me? That's essentially how it works. Man. Okay. I have to say that the people who are complaining about the difficulty of the game probably ending A normal. Oh, there's other endings. Oh, great. Anyway, the people that were complaining about the difficulty of the game, I feel like just didn't understand that there was a pattern. Like, for me, when I was going through it, I was trying to catalog every single thing I did that got me killed. So, and that made it a lot easier, because I started taking, like, where something killed me, what happened before it killed me, what I was doing before it killed me, all these different little factors to try to piece together what exactly kills me and where. And eventually, as I said, once I hit one of the empty rooms and it didn't have an enemy in it, it became rather obvious that, at least to me, that I had to look at the map and figure out where the empty rooms were and where the full rooms were, and that was the gimmick for that floor. And then with the hall monitor, I just needed to get through that floor fast enough while going towards the empty rooms that I didn't get hit 3 times in a row by the hall monitor. Now, I think that the people who were complaining about it didn't really just put the brain power into it to figure out the patterns and the gimmicks of each enemy individually, and at a certain point, it all becomes kind of clear, and you can kind of just start going through it. Even if it took me like 5 or 6 more attempts, I still would have thought that it was pretty easy in the end to just kind of understand what each enemy did, and thus it would be on me and my skill to avoid it, So I feel like that game had a lot of potential, and it as I said, is an incomplete game that they never fully leaned into, evidently, because the last actual update was in 2022, but it is like, it really has some potential, because the atmosphere and the way that the controller was vibrating every time there was thunder, and it just, all the sounds and little things, and how the entire first half of the game, where you run around and look for items and do puzzles and stuff, all of that was just building and building and building the stress as it kept going. And when that first enemy started coming into play, it really freaked me out. As I said though, once I got used to the threats, it stopped being freaky, because I could start actually thinking about it, and contemplate how to avoid it. But when it was that first thing where it's just, I'm freaked out, all the stress is built up over the last couple hours, and it is not good. That first enemy really kind of just got under my skin. It kind of creeped me out. But yeah, all in all, I liked it. I feel like if they'd continued it, it could have been really, really interesting. Like, you could do a whole bunch of different puzzles, different items. There was the eating system they implemented, and I like that fear system where, like, you have max health and current health, and your health regenerates, but your max health goes down as you get scared more and more, and so you need to eat to replenish it. It's kind of a strategic system that revolves around not getting jump scared too many times. So I like that for sure. I feel like if they'd made the game a lot longer, they could have had a lot more food and then more strategic times and places to use the food, and it could have gotten like, you know, super in depth. So I feel like that had a lot of potential to it. But yeah, for what it was, very nice game. I enjoyed it. It was a lot creepier, as I've said, than most games I've played in a long time. So I'm happy with that. I enjoyed it. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for being here with me for this horrifying adventure. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.